Hey there. So it's the last great audit. It's been a minute. So Orrin Hatch just died. I finally stopped celebrating for long enough to talk to y'all. For those of you too young to remember, Orrin Hatch was Mitch McConnell before Mitch McConnell was Mitch McConnell. Um, American fascism at its finest. That he got 88 years is, well, it's an indictment of the idea that there's any sort of universal justice. What else? Marie Le Pen lost in France, which is huge. And actually, my innate cynicism, my innate pessimism, was proven to be overmuch in this case, which never happens. It was beautiful. She was supposed to take Macron to the wire, but she didn't. She got about 40% of the vote, 42, and Macron got the rest. She was pegged to take him to about 48, 52, and I was nervous. I was so nervous because I remember for Brexit was supposed to lose about 48, 52. Didn't. But hell, not a bad weekend. Not a bad weekend watching the fascists taking the fucking face. I could do that. I could do that all goddamn day. I can watch fascists lose all day. Fuck, I don't care about fascists. And as things go, we can take two hits on this. We can either sit back and go, fuck yeah, the fascists lost. Or we can go 40% of France, of all the fucking countries who should know better, France, 40% of France voted for a fascist. France. And you're looking at these cats who voted for her constituency in big ass air quotes, because she doesn't actually represent them, but it's a little refreshing, I suppose, as an American to see other countries have incredibly uneducated peasants. Because France, you had these people going, oh, well, Le Pen says she's going to fix, the economy, and she says she's going to fucking cut the VAT, and she says she's going to make food cheaper, and she says she's going to cut the taxes on imports, and it's like, fascists say all sorts of bullshit. They'll say whatever you fucking want. They'll promise you a unicorn. It's every bit as fucking likely. How is France not realize this? I already, and let me remind y'all, I am a professional historian, despite the everything. France was an Axis power. They do not get the shit they deserve for that. France was an Axis power. France was an Allied power briefly, for like a month. And then France, as an institution, was an Axis power. Free France was a collection of mostly black, sub-Saharan African colonies, and de Gaulle, who was, de Gaulle. And de Gaulle was livid about that fact. He was fucking furious. De Gaulle hated that. Hell, of the 135,000 French soldiers who evacuated at Dunkirk, many of whom did it very heroically, help hold the beaches so the British could get out. 115,000 of them repatriated to France within 6 months. Sure, some, I suppose, to fight or join the resistance. Oh, yeah, resistance. It was never exactly Warsaw and Paris, was it? No. But most of them just either went back to civilian life or went to prison camps or joined the Vichy French army. Though France was an allied power. Sure, except we had to take Madagascar off them, and Syria off them, and Iraq off them. We would have had to take Indonesia off them, except the Japanese were really shitty allies, and they did it for us. Whatever. We had to take Algeria off them. We had to take Tunisia off them. We had to sink the French Navy. We had to sink the flagship of the French Navy. One of the huge hurdles for dealing with the German U-boats in the Atlantic was a system called METOX. And you're thinking, that doesn't sound very French, or that doesn't sound very, very German. You're right. It was French. And it was French and developed in late 1942. Huh. Thanks, guys. And it was a radar detection system. We figured it out broadly. We had the codes by then. But thanks, guys. Yeah, France. It's easy to forget France is a desperately passionate nation. No theater less than politics. And that the fascists are in such an ascendancy is a regrettable feature of democracy, unfortunately. If you give every spanner whose parents fucked in the right zip code a vote, then yeah, democracy's gonna look a little flawed. I was so worried the papers would have gotten this one wrong, and we would have Le Pen as the president of France. But at least for now, we've postponed that, and it's a huge relief. It's a huge relief. France is this bastion, this historic estuary of political ideas, of brilliant and passionate and thoughtful and revelatory political discourse. And unfortunately, that encompasses the entire fucking rainbow of political speech, including those who believe that there shouldn't be any. This time, let's not say the good guys. Let's not give any credit where it's not deserved. But at least this time, people who believe in the concept won. And for the moment, those who don't lost. Vive la France. I'll drink to La Marseillaise tonight. This has been the Last Great Audit.